Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about some thrash metal CDs. I definitely recommend people to get into if they're trying to get into thrash or metal music in general. This is going to be divided into two videos because I have 8 albums here, so I'm going to put 4 albums in each video. So let's get started. So this is Anthrax, Among the Living. This is probably my favorite Anthrax album, right next to Spreading of the Disease. This was released in 1987, and it's really heavy. It's fast. It's catchy. It's got a lot of great melodies on it. It's super shreddy. It's got a lot of great bass lines and great strumming. Tremolo picking, guitar playing. It's great. It's a great album for sure. It's definitely the Anthrax album I feel like new Anthrax fans should get into because it's got pretty much every one of their best, songs, I Am the Law, the title track, Caught in a Mosh, Indians for sure. So yeah, definitely check out Anthrax Among the Living if you get a chance. So this was released in 87, I believe. So yeah, definitely get a chance to check this out. Anthrax Among the Living. All right, next is pretty obvious. I mean, it's one of the biggest bands in the world. But they still kicked ass as a thrash band in the 80s. So this is Metallica with Ride the Lightning. This is their second album from 84. And, I'm a huge 80s Metallica fan. I love those first 4 albums. They're some of the best thrash metal albums of all time. The Garage Days Revisited EP with, Misfit songs on it. It's really cool. But I feel like the most kind of like, is the album from the 80s that Metallica fans seem to claim, besides Master of Puppets, is the best one, which I definitely would agree with for sure. I think it's a classic album. It's a classic thrash album. It's probably one of the most popular ones. You can buy it pretty much anywhere. Definitely the guitar playing is just unreal. The drumming is outstanding. Lars Ulrich is a great drummer, I think, at least in my opinion. Cliff Burton, my hero. Rest in peace. One of my biggest influences, if not my biggest, as a bass player. Cliff absolutely just totally kicked ass on this album. Made it, Cliff was really, just such a unique composer and just talent, So, big influence on me for sure. Yeah, dude's my hero. Definitely check this out if you get a chance. It's Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Definitely check it out. All right, so I got Exodus, Fabulous Disaster. This is probably my favorite Exodus album. This was released in 1989, and it's their third album, I believe. So yeah, this is a great album. It's fast, it's heavy, it's very catchy too. It's very melodic. It's got some really cool singing on it. The lead singer, Steve Souza, sounds just like Bon Scott, which is cool because they do cover some AC/DC songs sometimes. But yeah, my favorite song I think is the most obvious, is the best song on this. Is probably Toxic Waltz, Fabulous Disaster, title track, Last Act of Defiance, Like Father, Like Son. Definitely check those songs out. If you're trying to just get into this album, you want to hear what it sounds like first before you buy a CD or buy it wherever you buy, music from. Definitely listen to those tracks. But yeah, this is probably my favorite Exodus album. And I'm trying to get into more Exodus albums because, Bonded by Blood's a classic, Pleasure of the Flesh, Impact is Imminent. Those first 4 Exodus albums I think are, phenomenal. So yeah, definitely check that out if you get a chance. Definitely check this album out. And also, Bonded by Blood's a great album too. So if you're trying to get into Exodus, either pick this album up or pick up the first album, Bonded by Blood. So definitely check these albums out if you get a chance. Exodus, Fabulous Disaster. All right, this 4th album I have here is Slayer, South of Heaven. This is their 4th full-length album from 1988. This is one of the best thrash albums of all time, bar none. I feel like when it first came out, not a lot of people liked it because it was a little bit slower than Rain and Blood. But to me, I like thrash metal to have varieties of tempos and riffing and stuff like that. Rain and Blood's a great album, but the whole album's speed, which is fine. But I also like there to be a lot of varieties of slow, doomy kind of Black Sabbath drumming, and also speed, and also kind of mid-tempo stuff like Metallica does. But yeah, this is a great album for sure. My favorite track on here is Behind the Crooked Cross. By far, it's just a fucking awesome song. But yeah, Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman, they're great guitar players, I think. Yeah, definitely check this album out if you get a chance. This is probably my favorite Slayer album, next to Hell Awaits for sure. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to check this out, definitely listen to it. I think it's worth it for even just, you know, occasional metal fans. You know, you don't even have to be a thrash fan to really like this album, really. But yeah, it's a great album. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. You know, Slayer, South of Heaven. All right, so that's part one of the thrash metal CD collection that I'd recommend to you guys. Check in for part two. I'm going to talk about the other four albums, so check it out.